All right, so I wanted to give a brief lesson on how to. Oh, is this sideways or what? Oops. Sorry. Oh shit. Wait, maybe I'll just. Oh man. Whatever. I'll just do it this way. When you take the transfer off your backing, it is super, I can't even begin to tell you, super important to do it the correct way. So, when I'm taking it off, your natural instinct is to pull it by the corner, but no, do not do that. Do not pull it from the corner. You pull it from the center, and I will show you why. All right. Let's see. All right. You see the little tiny squares, and actually there's little tiny hairs as well. Like towards the top in particular, you can see it. This is a fabric. It is not plastic. It is not, and it's not cheap. When you don't take care of your transfers, they don't last as long as they can. So, for example, they market it as being able to last at least 9 to 12 times. But that's only if you take care of it. If you do not take care of it and you are pulling from the diagonal, then you're stretching the transfer. So right now I'm in the middle. I'm trying to pull it and it's not doing anything. When I stretch it from the diagonal, look, it's pulling. So if you're pulling while you're taking it off, you're ruining the fabric. It's a silk transfer and it's made of fabric. But if you pull it from the diagonal, you're ruining it. So it's important when you're taking it off the backing, pull it from the middle, not from the diagonal. And I will show you an example of what it looks like when you pull it from the diagonal versus pulling it from the what is it? Pulling it from the middle. So here's an example of a used transfer. It's pretty decent. It's been cleaned, you can still see the colors in it. But as long as that middle part where like the clear is clean, then that means it's usable again. So even though there's color on it, that's not ruined. This is not ruined. Once you clean it and once you dry it and you pull it off correctly from the sides, this is what it should generally look like. So I can tell that this is a gently used transfer. This can be used over again. All right. And now I'm going to show an example of a transfer that's been pulled from the corners. And not only that, You tend to pull from the corners when it's not fuzzed enough. And your natural instinct is to pull from the corners anyway, because that's how you've been doing things your whole life. But when you're not fuzzing enough and you're pulling from the corners and your transfer is stuck to your surface, this is what happens. This transfer, I am not going to use it again because it's too pulled up on the corners. I can't, when I put it on a surface, it's curling up. It doesn't even stick. It's not even that sticky anymore either. This is a ruins transfer. It's been used one time. And I'm going to be throwing it out, basically. So that's why it's important to pull from the middle and fuzz your transfers properly, because then it will last as long as it can. But if you don't do it properly, this is what happens. It's unfortunate. I also advise anybody who is doing their create and takes to advise the people of the importance of doing it right, because this is probably a result of me not educating properly. So I basically want to say how important it is for everybody to educate their customers on how you shouldn't be pulling from the corners and you should be fuzzing properly, because then it's not usable and you spend like $50 on these things and then it comes out like this and you can't use it again. If I'm spending $15, I want to make sure that I'm taking care of it so that I can use it over and over and over and over and over again. So that's all. That's all I wanted to tell you. All right, thanks.